right, we can go ahead and get started. Thank you again, everyone, for joining us tonight. My name is Melissa Howland. I am the graduate recruiter here at the University of St. Thomas School of Engineering. I'm joined tonight by my colleague, Jill Harding. She will be assisting with the Q&A portion of tonight's event, as well as taking attendance so we can stay in contact with everyone who has joined us tonight. As you can see in your little Zoom box, if it doesn't show your actual name, if you could please update your name so it says who you are so we are able to keep track of that, we would really appreciate that. If you don't know how to change your name, just hover over your little black square, and in the upper right-hand corner, a smaller box with 3 dots will appear. If you click that, it'll give you the option to rename yourself. So if you show up as like iPhone or laptop, just add your real name. We'd really appreciate it. To give you a sense of how tonight will run, it'll be about 20 minutes of me presenting information on our software programs, and then we will have some time for questions and answers at the end. If you do have questions as we go through the presentation, please use the Q&A function. That just allows us to track questions a little bit easier than using the chat function, and we'll be able to get all of your questions answered either over the Q&A box or on audio at the end. Right. So, a quick overview of the agenda tonight. We're going to cover our graduate programs in software, different program offerings. We'll go over a little bit about our student body and our faculty. We'll cover our industry partnerships as well as our career development services, go through how our programs are developed and tailored for you, as well as our different admissions criteria. So here at the School of Engineering, we have 3 master's programs in software. They are a master's in data science, master's in information technology, and a master's in software engineering. In addition to that, we offer 9 software certificate programs. So many students choose to add a certificate onto their master's program, and some of the classes may overlap. If you are interested or choose to pursue only a certificate program, certificates take about 1 academic year to complete. Through the School of Engineering, we also offer 6 engineering master's degrees and 5 engineering certificates. However, we're hosting a separate info session on this coming Thursday evening about our engineering programs specifically. So if you are interested in any of the engineering programs, please join us on Thursday evening. We'll be happy to help you get registered for that event. Just shoot us a message if any of those programs are of interest. Tonight, we're just going to cover the software programs. So knowing that software is a constantly changing industry and space, we are always adding new dimensions to our programming. So cybersecurity is our latest offering, which just launched this semester for fall of 2023. Data analytics and full stack development are programs that have recently launched in fall of 2022. And we're always looking to add more programs to stay up to date. So keep an eye out for new offerings that are definitely coming down the pipeline in the near future. So we really partner with, we have this industry guided curriculum. We partner with top chief information officers and top technology officers from Fortune 500 companies who are a part of our strategic advisory board. And we meet with them every 6 months to discuss the trends in the industry. They help inform our curriculum, and they ensure that we are preparing our students for these very ever-changing industries. Here at the University of St. Thomas, we have an expansive and ever-growing alumni community who have been an integral part in earning our national ranking for our data science program specifically. Our programs are 100% faculty taught, so there's never a teaching assistant teaching any of our courses or running your classes. These programs are very much designed for busy working professionals, and we offer evening courses. Most students finish their graduate program in 2 to 2.5 years' time. So let's go over what courses in this program look like. All of these graduate programs have the same foundational courses with a programming course, so either Python or Java, software engineering, where you'll learn about software lifecycle models, including metrics, testing, and maintenance. Then there is cloud computing, where you will learn about cloud scale distribution systems and modern development and operation practices. In this course, students will be exposed to IT platforms, including GitHub, AWS, and Docker. The final foundational course will cover database management systems and design. In this course, students will create and design a database system from start to finish. Students will be exposed to Oracle and/or SQL Server. And then here you can see where these programs start to differentiate once you're past the foundational courses. I won't spend too much time diving into these because these are just examples, and we offer more than 30 electives, so you really get to customize your program based on what sector of the industry you're interested in. So something most people are looking for when they're considering graduate education is postgraduate career opportunities. Here is just a brief list of some of the top jobs our graduates are finding to build their careers in while completing or after completing these programs. So you have data scientists, visualization, cloud engineer, IT program managers, as well as software developers and testers. And additionally, here we have a list of the top 10 Minnesota employers for our software graduates. So you'll definitely see some familiar names on this list. So everyone from Wells Fargo to 3M, Target, US Bank, they're all eagerly hiring Tommies as soon as they're finished with their programs. Here are many of our Twin City partners. Again, you'll see many familiar names on this list. They've had great experience hiring our previous students and alumni and are always interested and excited to hire more Tommy graduates. We take career development seriously with our own Office of Planning and Counseling, individualized career coaching, Tommy-specific job postings, and these resources are not just while you're a current student. These continue on with you as an alumni after you finish the program as well. So to give you some insight into what our classroom looks like, on average, our class size is about 20 students per course. Average age of students is about 30 years old. We have a wonderful international community on campus with international students making up about 33% of the School of Engineering. And 30% of students identify as women and about 42% of students identify as people of color. So just to give you an idea of what our student body population looks like, as well as what our program really looks like. So to reiterate what I said earlier, our programs are very much designed for busy working professionals. We have 3 start terms, so we accept and start students in the fall, the spring, and the summer semesters. We offer co-flex classes where you can be in person or virtual throughout the semester, so you're not just locked in at the beginning of the semester for the full duration. There's some flexibility. Some weeks you can be in person, some weeks you can be remote. And that can fluctuate, if you have something come up and all of a sudden you can't make it to campus or whatever it might be. The faculty are very willing to work with students when they have, busy demands on their time. We do not follow a cohort model. So what that means is instead of a program that follows a cohort model where you have to follow a very rigid schedule, you are following your own schedule. So if you decide you needed to stop for a semester, take some time off, if you have a family need or a work commitment, you don't have to wait for a whole year to jump back in with that cohort schedule. So you are not bound to that in any way. It is you and your schedule, figuring out what works best for you. Most importantly, our programs are designed for both those who have studied these subjects previously, as well as career changers. So career changers are welcome to apply. We've had many people come from completely different backgrounds and switch into software programs and have found a lot of enjoyment and success. So now we're going to pivot a little bit and go through the application requirements. Hopefully, after hearing all about our programs, you are now ready and excited to apply, or perhaps you've already started your application but just wanted to learn more. So we really do try to make our application process as simple as possible. We require all applicants to have a bachelor's degree with a minimum GPA of 2.7 or higher on a 4.0 scale. If you do not meet that GPA requirement, please reach out to us. We're happy to talk through any extenuating circumstances that may have gone on that may have impacted your GPA while you were pursuing your undergrad degree. To verify your degree, we do require transcripts from any school that you attended for college. So if you started at one school, if you started at community college, for example, or one university and decided to transfer to another where you graduated from, we will need official transcripts from both schools. in order for a transcript to be considered official, it has to come directly from that university or college or its issuing body. So a lot of schools use something called Parchment or National Student Clearinghouse. It has to come directly from that source to us. It cannot be any scanned copies you have or an email to us from you with that information. It has to come directly from the issuing institution to us for it to be considered official. Additionally, if you completed your degree outside of the United States, we will require foreign equivalency evaluations such as WES or ECE. Again, this evaluation has to be sent directly to us from the issuing institution. We cannot accept scanned copies that you might have on hand. Next, we ask for your resume or your CV, so please make sure that is up to date and includes all of your work experiences. So we don't want to know just what you're doing currently, we want to see your whole work history. We also require an admissions essay where we ask you the question, why do you want to join this program? This prompt gives you the opportunity to demonstrate to the admissions committee really what you hope to gain from this program and how it'll benefit you, your career, and your growth. Best of all, we don't charge an application fee, so there is no cost to apply. We do have 3 different application deadlines depending on your individual circumstances. As you can see here, the deadlines differ if you are a domestic applicant, an international applicant but you're already on US soil, or if you're an international applicant living abroad. So the deadlines are different because of processing times and visa requirements. We want to be respectful of that and make sure everyone has the lead time that they need to be successful in the application process. If the deadline for the term you wish to apply for has already passed, we do have entry terms each semester, as I said earlier, so we accept and begin students every semester, so fall, spring, and summer. We accept applications on a rolling basis, so once we have your completed application, including all official transcripts and evaluations, we'll be able to issue you a decision within 3 to 5 weeks. So another important thing students are typically asking about is what is the tuition and fee for this type of a program. For our master's degrees, it comes out to be about $38,000 altogether, and certificate programs come out to be about $15,000. You can see some of the other fees, technology fee, parking fees, broken down a little bit more as well. And then a lot of people are asking sort of, how do you fund an education like this? So about 40% of our students receive some type of company tuition assistance. So their employer has some type of benefit program that they're taking advantage of, or their company is sponsoring, whatever it might be. About 30% of students are on financial aid, so they're relying on student loans. We do have our own designated student financial aid liaison, Becky Stevenson. You can see her contact information there. Please feel free to take a picture of this slide, or we will be happy to get you in contact with her after the fact. We do also have scholarships, so graduate access grants, as well as additional outside scholarships and grants. These are all listed on our website, so you're welcome to access them at any point. And then for any international students, a few additional requirements for international students. As I said, the official transcript evaluation from WES or ECE. We do require English proficiency exams. Here you can see our score minimum requirements, as well as if you are admitted and you choose to enroll, there are specific visa requirements, such as a financial certification form, copy of your passport, proof of financial capability, and a CBIS transfer. So you don't have to worry about that quite yet. First, you have to get through the application process, and then those steps come after the fact. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop talking for now. I will pop over into the Q&A, but if you are ready to start applying, you can go ahead and scan the QR code here. If you'd like to speak with us one-on-one, we're always happy to connect. You can email us at gradsoftware@stthomas.edu. So it's the same email account we've been sending you reminders from, and either myself or Jill are happy to connect with you and we can talk further if you have particular circumstances. But the rest of the time tonight is just set aside for Q&A. So if you don't have any questions before you go, I just want to say thank you for joining us tonight.